Quickly, I want to talk about mojo and testosterone, because one thing you guys have to understand about life in general is that everything is momentum, social momentum, energy, flow. As Newton's first law of motion says, an object in motion stays in motion while an object at rest stays at rest unless forced to move by an outside object, right? Which basically means that if you are laying on your couch like a piece of shit and you've been doing that for the last 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, just laying on your couch, eating nachos, playing video games, it is very unlikely that you are going to just wake up one day and dramatically change your lifestyle, like suddenly change your lifestyle, unless something forces you to do so. Okay, you might get evicted from your place where now you're forced to get off the couch and move. There might be a hurricane or a storm that comes through and just rips the roof off your place. Now you're forced to move. Or there might be an earthquake if you're out here in California like I am. Might be an earthquake, a shakeup that causes your house to just cave in. Now you gotta move, right? You gotta start moving. You gotta get off the couch. And you gotta throw the nachos to the side. You gotta put the video games away and you gotta start moving in life again. So understand, everything about life requires movement. Okay, everything about keeping your testosterone at healthy levels requires you to move, meaning you cannot sit still, meaning you cannot get complacent, meaning you cannot allow your life to become too comfortable. Okay, how many of you guys just get so comfortable at your place in life? Your daily routine, just like getting up at a certain time in the morning, having your breakfast, and going to work, then coming home, and then having dinner, taking a shower, and going to sleep, and doing it all over again the very next day. To the point where your life has become massively routine. And you have become a bit too comfortable, a bit too complacent. And now you noticed that your testosterone levels are dropping. Okay, it's the same thing too if you have a stressful job, or if you have kids, or your lifestyle is out of whack and your cortisol levels are constantly high, where you're constantly stressed out, you're constantly angry, you're constantly like driving through traffic, like beeping your horn at people, like riding your horn, like as I just did that, right? That's how you know you got to check your cortisol levels, son. You got to check your stress levels there because they're out of whack. And even your cortisol levels can bring down your mojo. They can bring down your testosterone levels. Okay, a lot of guys see me, especially me being in my 40s, and they're like, man, dude, I've got guys who are in their early 20s, late teens, who follow my stuff. And they're like, how do you have so much energy? You have way more energy than me. Like, how is that possible? This guy's like a teenager. You're still a teenager. You should have globs of energy. How am I outpacing you as an old man, right? I don't think I'm an old man. How am I outpacing you in my 40s? As an older man. There we go. How am I able to outpace you like that and run circles around you? It's because my mojo and my testosterone levels are through the roof, son. They're through the roof. Why? Because I'm always out there. I'm always moving in life. I'm always challenging myself. I'm always putting myself in situations that are adventurous, that keep me from becoming too complacent, that keep me from settling, that keep me from wanting to throw in the towel. Okay, I'm constantly out in venues. I'm constantly picking up girls. I'm constantly doing things for my business. I'm constantly on the phone. I'm just constantly moving around. Okay, I'm barely ever sitting still. And when I am, I get restless sometimes. Okay, unless I have to go to sleep and I'm really tired, then I really need a good night's sleep. But even then, I can't wait to get up again in the morning. And that's really what life should be about. It should be that freaking exciting for you, where you just can't wait to get up again in the morning and do it all over again. But how many men out there have that type of life where they're so excited they can't wait to get up in the morning? Most guys dread getting up in the morning, right? Most guys dread going back to work after a weekend, and that's no life. You know, this is why I kind of left corporate America too. I left because my life was becoming a little too mundane. It was becoming a little too predictable. And I was starting to get a little too complacent. And I noticed I wasn't moving around as much anymore. You know, I would come from work, and some days I work out, some days I wouldn't. And I had a beautiful girlfriend at the time too. And sometimes I just wanted to hang with her, go to dinner, and sleep. I noticed that. And, you know, a lot of guys these days, they ask me, like, how could you walk away from a job like that? Because I tell them how much money I was making. I told them that I really had nothing else to jump to. You know, and I had just bought this brand new Mercedes at the time, like a convertible Mercedes. Not this car. This is my Range Rover. It's many years ago. Okay, I just bought this new Benz, and I had this beautiful woman who actually did leave me around the same time I left my job. Right? I mean, everything came crumbling down at that time. And, you know, of course, my dad was like, see, you'll never change. You're just like you were in high school. You know, your parents always talk to you like you're in high school. Even though you're like 30s, 40s, they still talk to you that way. But yeah, I was becoming a little too comfortable with life. And in a way, I was becoming a little too bored with life. And I was asking myself many days back then, isn't there anything more? Is there more to this life? Is there more I could be giving back? Is there more of a legacy that I could leave pertaining to myself? Right? And that's when I decided, like, yeah, I got to start a business. Right? At the same time, too, I knew that I was good at pickup, and I was kind of like teaching guys on the side. It wasn't really like, you know, something that I would depend on for money. I mean, it was just more or less like I did it for fun. You know, little did I know that this would become like my main business, and it would become my bread and butter, and it would outpace my corporate income by a lot. You know, I never imagined that. But I mean, it just goes back to just following what's in your heart, following your passion, following what you are naturally good and talented at, and building a life around that. Okay. And thanks to that, I've been able to keep moving in life. I left something that was very stable. Okay. And it was pretty scary too. I'm not going to say like, oh yeah, I just woke up one day and I decided to leave my job. No, it was scary. I didn't know what was going to happen, you know, and the first thing that happened was I lost my girlfriend at the time. That was bad, man. That was bad. It's like losing your job and, you know, or leaving your job and losing your girlfriend at the same time. It's like, I didn't expect all that to happen, you know, literally within the same time frame. So it was tough to get through that period. But again, you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And even back then, it forced me to move. It forced me to move around. It got me out of my complacency, got me out of my comfort zone. Okay? But you have to understand that as a man, you have to keep moving in life, guys. You cannot sit still. You cannot allow yourself to become too comfortable. Stop looking for that completion in life. So many guys out there are looking to just feel complete. They're looking to finally get that bomb-ass job. They're looking to finally get that bomb-ass girl and settle down and get married and have kids. And then they'll finally be complete. And one thing that you will realize is life is not about completion. Okay, it's about the journey. Life is a journey. It's not completion. It's never complete until you're 6 feet under. And you don't even know when that's going to happen. I mean, it can happen tomorrow if you don't, you know, live out your full life. Right? I've already lost friends that I've gone to school with. I've lost people that I grew up with. I mean, the very first girl that I ever dated in high school, like my very first crush, the first girl that I really kissed in high school, that I really cared about, you know, was gone. It's just weird to me. She's no longer here. But you never know when it's going to be your time to go. You just don't know. Okay, this is why you've got to live your life. And you've got to do everything that you've always wanted to do, like now, right? You've got to start moving in life. You cannot sit still. Another thing that sitting still does to you and getting too complacent and letting your cortisol levels go through the roof is it lowers your sex drive, okay? So having high stress, becoming too comfortable, becoming too complacent actually lowers your sex drive and your ability to keep it up. It's insane when I see guys my age taking Viagra. I'm like, dude, why do you need that stuff? You know, and I understand like other guys are married to certain women that are not very attractive and they need that stuff. Hey, guys, that's your own fault, by the way. I mean, I don't know why like guys in their 40s and 50s are dating women their own age. And not only women their own age, but unattractive women their own age. To the point where they need to, you know, snort the Viagra in order to get it up. Okay, I've never had a problem with that. I just don't see Viagra in my future for a long time, knock on wood, just because of the level of girls that I tend to go after and that I tend to have sex with. They're pretty hot. It's really not hard at all to get it up. It's pretty easy. Also, too, not to mention the fact that I keep my cortisol levels in check. And right now I'm running a business. It is 1,000 times more stressful than any corporate job I've ever had. Okay, running this business, which is a fun business, by the way. It's a pickup business, right? I teach guys pickup. I take them out in the field. We pick up girls, right? Nowadays, I'm doing a lot more business coaching because I've been able to create a lot of successful businesses. So I'm doing business coaching as well these days. But my main business is teaching guys pickup, dating advice, taking them out. And even this business can be stressful at times. Managing people when we do product launches, things go wrong. My phone is blowing up. My team is like, Matt, where are you? Get online right now. We need you. We need you. I'm like, I'm here. I have to like pull into a Starbucks, jump online, and put out fires with them. Okay, so it's a lot more stressful than any corporate job I've had. Yet I manage those cortisol levels. I take time for myself. You know, these days, every 2 to 3 months, I got to take a mini vacation. I got to get away. I got to go somewhere. I don't even care where I go, right? I just got to get away. Like if I'm in the Bay Area and I got to escape the Bay Area, I go down to Reno for like 2 or 3 days and just kind of clear my mind. I'll just sit there in the buffet by myself. I'll eat by myself, have fun, take my dogs with me, of course, right? I take them in there with me and just relax, okay? Or if I'm in LA where I live now, for you guys who don't know, I'm living in Los Angeles now. I'm no longer in the Bay Area. So all you guys in SF are like, let's hang out. I'm like, I'm not in the Bay Area anymore. I'm in Los Angeles. I mean, I'm here in the Bay Area right now visiting family, but I don't live here anymore. So I'm in Los Angeles. When I'm there, shoot off to Vegas for a few days, or I'll shoot off to San Diego, or I will just go down to Laguna Beach in Orange County for a few days and just clear my mind, right? That is how I lower my cortisol levels. And you have to find the best way to manage your stress levels as well, okay? While at the same time, keeping your life moving, keeping your life in motion. You have to stay in motion as a man, okay? Everything about keeping your testosterone levels high, your sex drive high, your mojo alive requires motion, requires you moving. Okay, you can never sit still, guys. You have to constantly keep moving. Okay, nothing is more important than keeping your testosterone levels high and keeping your sex drive high and keeping your mojo alive, right? As Austin Powers says, you know, it was all about his mojo. Remember the movie Austin Powers? Like when they took away his mojo, he was like, you know, it's true. You need your mojo. Okay, you need your mojo. And when I'm out there picking up girls, I feel like my mojo is constantly strong. My mojo is constantly at its peak. And this is why, too, I'm all for no FAP, right? I don't watch internet porn. I don't really jerk off to any of that stuff. I don't really do that, period. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I just have no interest in it because I'm constantly out picking up real women. And you will notice too, like when you do that, it kills your drive to pick up women. And even if you go out there and try to do it, it lowers your mojo. Okay, it lowers your mojo, it lowers your testosterone, and it does lower your sex drive. Because you feel, you're like tricking your brain into thinking you had sex when you did not. It's like tricking your brain into thinking you ate food when you didn't. And if you did that enough times, you would like literally end up starving yourself, right? You would end up starving yourself if you kept tricking your brain into thinking you ate when you did not, okay? Because eventually you have to eat. It's the same thing when going out and picking up girls. I generally don't FAP because I have no desire to. And right now I've got a 6-girl dating rotation. I have to save my mojo. I have to save myself down there for them. I mean, I want to be able to perform when I'm with them. I don't want to have this false performance in my room, you know, like watching porn because I'm bored or because, you know, for whatever other reason. I love real interactions, okay? And fapping is not a real interaction. It's fake, okay? It's the same thing with eating bad food, like junk food. I eat junk food once in a while, but I rather, as much as possible, I like to eat real food. Right? I love to eat like my greens, my proteins. I stay away from carbs and sugar. I don't like eating food that is processed or that comes in boxes. I like eating fresh, good, clean, healthy food. Right? I don't like fake food. And it's the same thing when you fap. When you do that, you're having a fake experience. And everything about life should be real. Right? But at the end of the day, if you want to keep your mojo alive and your testosterone levels high, man, got to stop fapping. You got to lower your stress levels, lower your cortisol levels. You got to learn how to manage better. But more importantly, you have to keep moving in life. You have to keep moving. You have to keep your life in motion. You have to keep yourself from becoming too complacent, too comfortable in life. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell up top so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's very, very important you guys subscribe to my channel. It tells YouTube that you love my content, you're digging it, you're feeling it, and you want me to produce more of it. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work, support my content, and everything I'm teaching guys here, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male channel, which I am hosting on a separate platform away from YouTube. The reason why I'm doing that is just simply because I do not trust YouTube to suddenly start demonetizing all my coaching videos here or suddenly just deplatform me out of nowhere just because they don't like any of this red pill content that I'm teaching you guys lately. So I am hosting my premium channel on a separate platform, a private platform away from YouTube. And the first month is only $1. Okay, so it's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male coaching lessons. So if you want to join, that is the absolute best way to support my work, support my content, and all of this red pill knowledge I am teaching you guys here. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.